Yeah. So let me just start with your sister X. We can't say her name, America.
Can't say her
She
name.
wants to remain anonymous. And since we have this huge audience of what, 3 people? Yeah, since we, are so popular.
The Canadians like us.
The Canadians do like us. We can't say her name, but that doesn't mean that we can't talk about her, right?
Right.
Okay. Yes. Okay. So when X was about 10 years old, she started asking questions about the facts of life.
Oh gosh.
Yes, that thing you dread when your child starts actually asking
It's
questions.
It's nice they teach it in school now. Takes the weight off my shoulders, kind of.
That's the way I like it too.
Yeah. You handle this, please.
Yeah, handle this, please. I really don't want to have those awkward conversations with my child.
Yeah.
You go ahead. No, you do it.
You do it.
Yeah.
Enjoy.
Yeah, so she, when you're a little kid and you're around animals, you kind of pick up some things about the facts of life and things like that. And so she had questions. So I thought, okay, they say when kids have questions, then is the time to start talking to them about it. I mean, you don't have to tell them everything. You just can give them little pieces depending on their maturity. Mm-hmm. But she was asking deeper questions. So, I tried to explain it to her the best I could without being too much detail.
Right.
So I tried to tell her. After I'm done telling her, I obviously did not do it right. I did not tell her right because she looks at me and she says, well, she's got this look on her face, horrified. And she's like, well, you didn't do that, did you? And so, my face is like,
how do you think you got here?
Uncomfortable. And she goes, oh, you did?
Oh, no.
But then I'm becoming more uncomfortable. And she's like, oh, but you don't do that anymore, do you? Just the one time. And I'm just like, Xana, I really don't want to have this I really don't want to have this discussion with you anymore.
I didn't realize it was that bad.
Yes, it was that bad. And
she's just horrified.
Yes, and she, how she's always been wanting to know all the answers and explain everything to me. She's always been curious. But yeah, that was a situation that backfired on me.
Just another awkward moment for you?
Yes. Yeah, another awkward moment with me thinking that I had explained it very efficient and proper for her age, and evidently I didn't because it totally backfired.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's hard when they're younger like that. This is not near as uncomfortable as that, but just like an example of things backfiring on you. Whenever James was, he was going to kindergarten and he was potty trained at 2, but I always I made sure, I was like, you need to make sure you wipe your bum really good, always wipe your bum, do a really good job. And so one day he comes home, it was actually the first day of kindergarten, and he comes home with a note from his teacher.
Oh no, a note, that's never good.
Yeah.
That's never good.
And the note says, James clogged the classroom toilet.
Oh no.
Because he used almost a whole roll of toilet paper. And please, we talked about it, but please, let him know to not use as much toilet paper at one time. And I said, buddy, how you just, you don't need to use so much. And he was like, I know, but you said it's always good to have a clean bum. And I said, yes.
So he took that.
We still believe that, buddy, but just less is more sometimes.
Right. So he took that to extreme.
Yes.
Yes, that totally backfired on you.
Yes.
Yes. So let me tell you, you probably remember this. you know, in our church, we have what's called Fast Sundays, where we fast a couple meals and give the money, you know, to charities and things like that. And so we were encouraging our kids. We got up this one Sunday morning, and with 4 kids on a Sunday morning, everybody's grouchy. Nobody wants to go to church. Everybody is hateful and grouchy. And we're trying to get everybody dressed.
Everybody's dad's yelling at everyone.
And Dad's yelling at everybody because he's hungry.
Because we're late.
Because it's Fast Sunday and he's hungry.
And no one's
And
on time.
Xana's laying on the floor. We didn't force you guys to fast. We left it up to you guys. Xana's laying on the floor going, Dad's trying to encourage her to fast and maybe just one meal. And she's laying on the floor, my stomach. And I'm like, your dad's like, well, try and fast. And I'm like, just go eat something. Just go eat some cereal, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, we get to church, and on Fast Sunday, people go up and they give their testimonies about Jesus Christ. So that's what you're supposed to do when you go up to the podium in front of the whole congregation. Well, Xana goes up on her own, and we're thinking, oh, that's so good that she's going to share her testimony on Jesus.
No, I already know.
Well,
this is so bad. I don't even know what happened, but I know.
You know, knowing Xana.
Knowing her.
You know it was bad.
Yeah.
She got up there, and she goes, well, I think kids should be able to choose for themselves if they're going to fast or not.
Oh my God.
And she's like, for example, this morning, Mom and Dad were arguing, as usual.
As usual on a Sunday right before church.
Yes, like it happens every Sunday. Well, I mean, maybe it did, but I don't want the whole congregation to know that. So, and she said, Dad was saying, try and fast, and Mom was saying, just eat something. So she proceeds to give that little testimony and then gets down, and we are like, by the end of it, we're sitting in the pews like, okay, don't look at us.
Yeah. Oh my God.
So, yeah.
Did everybody get a crack out of that, though?
Yeah, they did. They did.
An honest child. You're teaching her honesty, though.
Oh, she's very honest.
They could say they have an honest child.
Yes.
Their children don't lie.
That's right. That's right. They're raising them very honest.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. So that was one that that's a cringe moment for me.
A cringe moment. I like how you're using the word cringe. I can tell you and James have been hanging out. You've been hanging out with your grandkid.
Yeah. Does he say cringe all the time?
Yes.
Okay. Well, do you have another one, or do you want me to go on?
Oh, I think another one actually happened recently. Just something that backfired on me is we had carved pumpkins. We had one of the pumpkins that we hadn't carved yet that was sitting on the porch, but it was like humid out, and so the pumpkin rotted from the bottom.
Oh.
And I told James to take it to the trash. And he asked if he could smash it, and I said, yeah, I guess you could smash it, like thinking he would take it downstairs on the grass area and smash it. And then I was like, just pick up the pieces and put them all in the trash. Right. So his idea of getting it down the stairs was to roll it down the stairs. And so I don't even think he rolled it. I think he just threw it down the stairs.
Oh my gosh.
And I came home to pumpkin guts everywhere. And I'm just like, oh, my neighbors are going to call and complain.
I'm sure they love that.
Yes, they did. They did. And I was like, who's really at fault here? Like, is it me? I think it's me trusting a 13-year-old and his friend. Yeah. A 13-year-old boy and his friend to have the common sense to carry the pumpkin down the stairs. Yeah,
that was probably on you.
Even honestly saying he could smash it. I don't think...
Right. That's not a good idea overall.
No. Lesson learned.
Yeah. So, I had I'll tell you about an experience with Autumn. Then we'll get back to X. Because I have